Okay, so for recollect, we are working on GL FBDI integration. Just will recap the same. This is a list of files. For each file, downloading the file and reading the data, and whichever file data is there, here we have file data with us in an OIC temporary buffer area, and we are trying to write the data into FBDI format, which is GL file. And here we have mapped all the mappings, first node to node, then element to element. Okay, and we are trying to zip the file. Once it is done, we are submitting the load interface file for import by using Oracle ERP Cloud Adapter. Here we have selected import journals. Okay, so when you create the same, it will create a request to mapper. So whichever zip file is there, you need to provide as a mapper here. So once it is submitted, your load interface file for import will be submitted. And once it is done, here you need to verify this ESS job status, nothing but the load interface file for import ESS job we need to find. So for that, we will add a file loop here, the while loop. So first add a dummy variable. This is variable interface status. So whichever we have did for main import process, right, the same way. Something dummy variable. The close it. The close. Oops, very slow, yeah, not sure. Okay. Now add a while loop here. Check interface status, click on the create and expression mode, add the condition. Variable interface status not equal to succeeded. And not equal to error, not equal to warning. If any one of the status we get, the while loop gets terminated. Okay. So then after, what is the next step? You need to find this ESA job status by using Oracle ERP Cloud Adapter, by using ERP integration web service, followed by get ESF job status. Okay, select the operation, get ESF job status. Here you have the response side request ID. That request ID you need to map here. Okay. Here get interface ESA job status. Click on the next. Select the first option to get a web service. Browse by services. And here search with ERP. ERP integration service, and followed by get ESA job status. Click on the next and then done. Now this request ID need to map here so that you will get ESA job status. and hold the TSA job status response in the same variable until get a success scenario or until the complete. Where is that? This is submit GLFPD, right? Okay, this is submit GLFPDA. The response here we have request ID, just map here, just to validate it. And close it. And once it is executed, you may get a response, right? If it's running, you may get a response as a running. Now, here hold ESA job status response in the same variable. Sign interface status. Okay. Click on the create. Use the same variable. This is interface status, and here get interface status. You have the result. Okay. Here you make it as a running if it is running 10 minutes. Just validate it and then close. So what you have to do, if the status is succeeded, the status is succeeded here, instead of result is not equal to 0. If the status is succeeded, variable interface status is succeeded, what you have to do, you can go for main import process. That's it. So this is about your GLFBDA process. So very simple, nothing, just you need to submit the load interface file for import and get the status. If it is success, submit your main import process. Again, it is ESA job. Whenever you submit any ESA job, this while loop mechanism is common in order to get the status. And based on that, you may act for the further integration flow. Okay. Team, any doubts here? Hope you are
Yeah, Vijay, I just had a question about the connections that we did, different connections, right? To say, sir, in an environment we are connecting in development environment. So after when we migrate, we have to redo all these connections because that will be
see the
different.
migration later. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any doubts on this integration? Team, everyone followed? Arun, Ganesh, Noor, Raja, Venkat, you guys followed?
Yes, Vijay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's close this and try to run it once so that we'll observe a couple of things. Enable tracing, include payload, and activate it. Now it's been activated and try to submit now. Submit now. This is the request ID. Also parallelly connect your application so that it will submit the load interface file for import. This is the tools and this is schedule process. Now see, load interface file for import is submitted. Now the transfer is submitted. This is one of the ESS job, right? This is a parent and this are childs. It's been submitted from your integration and it's been succeeded. Now it is submitting import journals. It's running. Again, it's been succeeded something. Something that I show with access set. Okay, no. See here. So the process successfully completed and you may refresh here, everything is fine. So being succeeded, it's a progress. We have two files, right? So it's trying to submit 2 times. So whenever an ESS job submitted through integration, whenever an ESS job submitted through integration and that ESS job is successfully completed, okay, whenever that ESS job is successfully completed, immediately you may see upload interface error and the job output file to universal content management. This ESS job will be triggered automatically when you submit an ESS job through integration. Do remember, when you submit any ESS job, okay, based on that ESS job completion, whether it is success or failure, whatever it may be, immediately it will submit upload interface error and the job output file to universal content management. What it will do? Nothing but it's a universal content management, right? Nothing but what is that? UCM. So now connect to the UCM. Content server, nothing but UCM. I'm trying to connect the UCM. Click on the search. Click on the search. You may see the topmost. See here, I could see 2 files. Now when you refresh the same, so this is my tech user. It's added 4 files here. One is GL interface.zip. One is import bulk data import launcher. This is first ESS job set. This is second ESS job set. 2 times we have triggered, right? The FBDI process. Now what it will do, the upload interface error and the job output file to universal content management, it will send your ESS job related log files into UCM server. So when you click on this, download another file. When you unzip, you may have the complete all ESS job related log files plus your CSV virginal data file. If you have any failed records, you may have failed records file here. If it is success, you may see success related files. Nothing but all related your ESS job. The load interface file for import Yes, attachments plus transfer for attachment plus load file to interface attachment plus import journals attachments. All the attachments, it will maintain in a single folder and it will zip it and it will send that file to UCM server. Is this step clear, team? The significance of this ESH job. Is this clear? This upload interface error ESH job state significance. What it will do? Anyone please?
Is there any chance to error out that one UCM program?
It won't error. It's standard program.
Okay.
Okay, it won't be error. This ESH job job is nothing but whichever the load interface file for import plus main import process. All this ESH job includes parent and childs. It will try to get all the ESH jobs attachments and it will zip it and it will move to the UCM folder. Now, what is the significance of this? What is the usage of this? Now we'll see. Okay. Now this refresh. So it's been completed, right? Now, as expected, FBDI process successfully submitted through our integration. It is running fine. Now, what is the usage of this? I'm trying to clone the integration. This is integration 2, and then clone it. I'm trying to create one more integration with the GL FBDI. Now, as of now, what you are doing? You are submitting the load interface file for import and waiting in a while loop and submitting the main import process and waiting in a while loop in order to get the status, right? So this is called a normal generic approach. This FBDI process design is normal generic approach. So on top of this, we have callback integration approach, FBDI callback integration approach. So what you have to do in the callback integration approach, just delete everything here. Just submit load interface file for import. That's it. Now everything is available here. Your read data, write data, zip it, and submitting the load interface file for import. Okay. No, already I have shared the OIC trial version to team in order to practice the same, whichever we are working, right? The same have been shared to the team. Anyone ping the OIC credentials on the chat screen, please, so that Noor will get.
Yeah, and myself actually I tried to create when I go for the payment method actually I was not getting approved.
So no problem, just use the trial version, whichever I have shared. It will work max, 1 month, but not sure when it will be expired. Someone is Ganesh is ping, not sure when it will be expired. It's been created again 20 days back.
Yeah.
As of now, you may use for your practice purpose, and whichever integration we are developing, just take a backup also. I will tell you how to take a backup now.
Okay.
So this is submit GL FBDI. Now it will submit the load interface file for import. What you have to do? Enable the Oracle ERP Cloud adapter. Edit the same. Again, it will struck here. It is struck when it open 3 times. Just unlock it. Need to open 3 times. Yeah, hopefully now it will open. Edit the connection. It's not opening. We wait some time. Okay. So meanwhile, we'll discuss the callback integration approach. What it will do. So we have deleted everything, all the logics, right? Along with the while loop, along with your main import submission. So what you have to do, whichever CSV file you have prepared for the data, GL-interface.csv in a temporary folder, in a same temporary folder, along with your data file, you need to write properties file, .properties file, in order to submit your main import process. Okay. Now, so this is our ERP Cloud adapter. Here, callback is not enabled. Just enable this. Enable callback feature. When you enable callback feature, what happened? No need to submit your main import process as an independent. By using .properties file, you may submit your main import process. Whenever the integration is successfully completed, this ESS job will raise an event back to OIC. This ESS job will raise an event back to OIC. And within the OIC, you need to handle that event details by using app-driven orchestration, again using Oracle ERP Cloud Adapter to receive the business event information. So what it will send the back information to the OIC? This attachment plus whichever it is having the file into the UCM, right? You may get that attachment plus all your ESS jobs related ESS job name, the process ID and the status and who is submitted. All this information you may have with you as a response in the app-driven orchestration followed by the business event. Okay. Now enable the callback, click on the next and the done. So as we discussed, first step will add the .properties file. So what contain .properties file? It's contain your main import submission information. Okay. Main import schema. Yeah, this is main import schema only, right? See here, this is one of the CSV file. Okay. this schema CSV file. This is one of the schema file for the main import submission for an FBDI process. It could be anything. Okay, here I have job package name, job definition name, zip file name, parameter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is your main import information. So already where we have this information in a web service team, which operation we are using the same information, these are, anyone remember? Submit as a job request, right? If you remember. See here, the same job package name, job definition name, followed with the parameters. So what we have did in the earlier integrating the generic approach, we have submitted this ESA job as a separate, as independent, right? In order to submit the main import process. Now we are trying to write this data into one of the dot properties file by using schema file. This is my schema file. Okay, use this schema file and try to write the data into dot properties. And there you may use the actual information. Okay, now try to write the data. Try to understand some first time very complex to understand. Now up to here, your file data is available, right? GL interface.csv data is available in a temporary folder. What is our temporary folder here? Temp GLFBDI. Use the same temporary folder and try to write the data in a dot properties file by using stage file. Write properties, click on the next, write file. Specify the file name, GL import dot properties. It could be anything name, but it would be an extension dot properties. Okay. And use the same temporary folder, whichever you have been used in order to write the data into your CSV file for actual data. /temp/FBDI. I have been used in my previous step. Click on the next, click on the next, and use that file, schema file. GL data rec set, mark as optional, keep anyone mandatory. Click on the next and the done. It will create a request mapper, right? So now open the request mapper and fulfill the details here. So as of now, I'm trying to hardcode everything. If you need, call BAP report and try to, fulfill your job data access ID and ledger ID as we did earlier. Same. Job package name. What is the package name? The same information. Job definition name. Your zip file name. You need to have zip response right here. Okay, it's not required anyway, you can leave it. Now parameter, last three parameters straight away. EN. And parameter 4 is the group ID, just map it. Parameter 2 is the asset source. Parameter 1 is data access set ID. So I'm trying to hard code straight away. You may get it from REST API or web service or VIP report. Create target node, and this is my ledger ID. Properties file contain a comma separated data, whichever we have mapped for properties. At the last, the /temp/FBDI contain how many files, team? The temporary folder contain how many files now?
2.
Two. One is your GL interface.csv, one is your main import.properties, right? When you're trying to zip it, your main zip file contain 2 files. One is .csv, one is .properties, and it will submit the GL FBDI. Whenever GL FBDI is submitted, load interface file for import submitted, automatically this stage 1 is successfully completed. Do remember, whenever it is successfully completed, the succeed status stage 1, automatically your .properties file be executed and the main import will be submitted. In the .properties, what we have mentioned, we have given instruction to submit import journals. Okay. And it will submit the same. At the last, it will submit this upload interface error. And it will send the event information back to the OIC. And you need to handle that event. How will you handle? By using app-driven orchestration. And now that is will do. So far it's clear. Team, the high-level steps.
Yes.
Now we have just recap. We have enabled the callback feature here and writing the properties file which contain the main import process in a same temporary folder and zipping it. When you zip it, your file contain 2 files. One is glinterface.csv, one is .properties file. Now close it. You need to handle or you need to catch your business event information followed by app-driven orchestration. Okay, activate it. Now, how to handle that? Create app-driven orchestration. As of now, we have create schedule, right? Now create app-driven. Click on the select. GL28 GL callback. Create. Now, this is our ESS job, right? This ESS job sends the back information to the OIC. Nothing but this ESS job related to which application, team? This ESS job related to which application? Team.
EBS Fusion, right? Cloud.
EBS, nothing but which adapter we need to use now in order to get these get this event information.
The ERP, the cloud adapter.
Yes, you need to use now. See, in app-driven orchestration, you may see here triggers. Earlier in a schedule orchestration, you may see here invokes, right? Now use your Oracle ERP Cloud adapter as a trigger section, Oracle ERP Cloud adapter. Now see, get info, click on the next. So what are the options you will get for an ERP Cloud adapter at invoke section? Anyone remember? Team? Anyone did remember?
import
3.1
bulk.
create update
Nothing but web service and REST
to
API.
REST API. Second one is the FBDI.
Yes. Third one is send files to UCM Cloud, right? These three options you will get for an ERP Cloud Adapter at Invoke section. Now we are using the same ERP Cloud Adapter at Trigger section, right? Now what are the options you will get? Nothing but you will get receive the business event information. Receive the application related FBDI related business event information you will get. This is your FBDI business event information. Okay. Now we are trying to catch that information here. This is the most important interview question. Without this, there is no OIC interface. They will ask, what are the options you will get for an ERP Cloud Adapter at Invoke section at your Trigger section, and how will you use them? Okay, now see, these are the options you will get. Define the purpose of the trigger. Okay, receive business event raised within the ERP cloud. Receive callback event upon completion of FBDA bulk import job. This is upon completion of FBDA bulk import job. This ESS job will send the event back information to the OIC. Now we are trying to capture that information. Now second is select the second option. Now you may find your FBDA process here. For which FBDI process you want to be receive the callback event information, it's an import journals. Now select the import journals here. Once it is populated, all the FBDIs, among that you may select import journals. Now download options always, I want to be select my import journals. These import journals, click on the next and the done. That's it. Now immediately what I have to observe here, what is the response you will get here? What is the response you will get? Once it is executed, what is the response you may get? Nothing but these app-driven orchestration, this callback integration automatically executed. No need to submit anything. This will be automatically executed whenever you submit your primary FBDI integration. Okay. What is the FBDI integration? This one, right? So this is our callback. This is FBDI integration 2, right? Here we have properties file. What it will do when you submit this, it will submit the load interface file for import. Once it is succeeded, by using properties file, it will submit main import process, right? And once the main import process completed with any status, by using this upload interface, automatically it will send the event information to the back. And we have enabled callback feature here. So automatically your app-driven orchestration will be triggered and you may see here whichever you want. So what is the purpose of this? You need to it's no need to wait in the main integration like while loop. If your ESA job running is a 1 hour, if it is a normal approach, you may wait 1 hour here itself, right? So here in your callback approach, we are firing and forgetting the FBDI process, and we are getting that information by using callback integration approach. Okay. Now here, what are the information you will get as a response? Add a logger and verify the same. So here response. What is the response you are getting? Now verify here. See here. On event, we are getting in a response on event. ERP bulk data event. This event will be raised. ERP bulk data event and the summary status. The overall summary status this is. If your ESS job, any one of the ESS job in a success or warning, you may see the overall summary status is error here. When you drag and drop, you may see error. And the document ID, nothing but your UCM ID. This ID, this is, okay. And the ICS file, load more properties. This is a file reference. It's nothing but your zip file. When you click on this, it will download a zip file, right? This is nothing but your file reference. When you drag and drop, the attachment will be added. And followed by jobs. You have these jobs. This is nothing but same as your get ESS execution details. See here. Get ESS execution details. So what it will do? It will send, it will get all your ESS job information, right? See here. Job name, job path, parent plus child, request ID and the status. The same here also. This is your main job, job path, request ID, job name, document name, the status. And this is child. If you have any child, you may get a child's. Okay. This is your response. Nothing but you may send a notification to the user to state that you have submitted the FBDI process and that FBDI process, the overall status is this. Just send a email notification followed by all the ESS jobs you need to mention in a notification. This is your load interface file for import and this is your job name. This is your status. And you may send the request ID. They will verify everything by using your email notification. Okay. Now I am trying to add the overall summary status. So in this instance, it won't work your ERP cloud, event information. It may work in your real-time instances only. Now close this. Here you may add the email notification. Before that, you need to construct everything as per client requirement, how they want to be get a information. Okay. Now this is the tracker, the error, add the tracker here, tracking. Just save it. Any doubts here? It's confusing, team.
Yeah, I mean, I need practice, I think.
Yes. Just close this. Now try to submit, activate it, and try to submit a main import process. So for example, if you have 10 GL integrations or you are developing 10 GL FBDI integrations in your application. Now, for the 10 GL in FBDI integrations, one callback is enough. One callback is enough. For all 10 integration, just enable callback, enable checkbox. That's it. Whenever GL FBDI process is successfully submitted through your scheduled process, nothing but integration, automatically your callback integration will be triggered. Okay. Now it is activated. Now I'm trying to submit the main integration. See here, submit a load interface file for input through integration. Now It's been completed. Select your load interface file for report and observe the attachments here. Still it's a pause status. Let it be complete. Okay, it's been completed. Load interface file, where it is. Just go for hierarchy so that you may see the parent and child in order to. This is the load interface file for import. And this is my main import process, right? Now see the attachments here. You have one is .csv data file, one is for .properties file. Okay. Now automatically import journal is submitted. See here by using .properties file. Once it is done, it will raise this event information. This event will automatically send the back information to the OIC. There already we have enabled the trigger option. What will do? Trigger will receive the information and it will submit your callback integration. Now click on the track instances. By any chance it will trigger? No. You need to add more roles to user in order to trigger this. Okay. That is in the real time automatically it will work here. No issues. So once it is submitted, triggered here, you may receive the information. What the information you may receive? The all ESA jobs related zip file plus all this ESA job related ESA job name, process ID, and the state, whichever you are able to see on the screen. The ESA job name, the process ID, and the status, followed by parent and the child. Okay, this is about FBDI callback approach. So this is about FBDI. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we'll see the one of the human capital management integration to create an employee. Okay, that is we'll see tomorrow by using app-driven orchestration, nothing but a real-time transaction. That's it for today, team. We'll connect tomorrow same time. Before closing for today, any doubts?